Hey guys, your girl here, Coach Tanisha. So I had a few people reach out to me about getting their book published or self-published because here is my bestseller. This is my baby. My biggest customer with this book is the Board of Education. They buy 500 books at a time, 100 books at a time, 200 books at a time. And then I usually sell my books out of my car. I do events and I'll sell my books at events. But my biggest customer is the Board of Ed. So self-publishing your own book, okay? Self-publishing is the best way to publish your book because you own 100% rights to your book, okay? That means nobody can, tell you can't sell it anywhere you want to, right? So you own 100% rights of your book, right? It's like your own intellectual property. And what makes it your own is that you have your own, you see right here, you have your own ISBN number, right? So your ISBN number is your code to say that this is my book. My book can go on shelves. My book can go, in different bookstores and libraries, all kind of different places. Also, you can also put your book in the Library of Congress, which I haven't done yet, but I did the research, and pretty much anybody can get their book in the Library of Congress. It just takes, time. Everything takes time. So here goes some free game. So how did I self-publish this? First of all, in the pandemic, when the kids were on Zoom, my daughter was playing games. My nieces were playing games. I had friends calling me, texting me, oh, I'm sick of these kids. They not learning nothing online. The teacher ain't on the Zoom. The teacher at the bathroom. So I said, what if I had a book that the kids can learn from? Like the kids could have been reading. So this idea came in the pandemic. And I didn't launch this book until 2023. Okay, so it's me and my daughter. So you can see by Tanisha Adjocatcher and Cheyenne Adjocatcher. So my daughter is an author. She's 16 now, but she was an author since she was 14. I actually have 5 books on Amazon. So this is like maybe number 6 book that I did. But since the pandemic, I wanted to do a children's book on finance, right? So I did my research, and this is just for, the video purposes. Do your research, right? Before you put out a book, do your research. So before you do your book, do your research, right? See what's out there. See what everybody else has out there, right? Because you don't want to put the same book out. You don't want to put the same colors out. You don't want to put the same title out, the same book cover out. Like, do your research, see what's out there. Right now, there's many books. So for me, it was only a few Black authors that had books on finance for children. Now, of course, there's more, but there's still not enough. I think it's only 7% of Black authors in the world that has written a book on finance for kids. So I'm in the 7%, right? So that's still not enough. And there's millions and millions and millions of Black kids. And there's millions and millions and millions of Black people, probably billions of Black people, all over the world, right? So I did my research and I found that I was 7% of authors in the world that wanted to write a book on finance, okay? This book cover was my vision. I wanted kids holding money. I wanted kids holding books. I wanted a king and a queen, right? Because the kids get to see themselves as king and queens and not peasants, right? Or just workers, right? So that's why the king and queen. So this was my vision in my head. I hired an illustrator. She was in Pakistan. She went to school. She actually went to college for digital marketing and digital creation and knowing how to create stuff like this. It took her, I want to say, about a month and a half, almost 2 months to create the illustration, right? And then I had to give her a picture of myself, and then I had to give her bio of myself, right, to put in the back. And then, all my info is in the back. I wanted it just like this. So she made my vision come to life. So I had to hire an illustrator, okay? And of course, all the illustration, I'm gonna show you guys in the book how the book looks, so you guys can see. A is for assets, C, right? So she did all this. I hired the illustrator. She did all of this for me. So my book is very vibrant. It's very colorful. When the kids read it, they love it. They can't stop reading it because they see themselves in the book, right? So when I did it, again, that was my vision. I hired her. Then I'm not a writer, right? So I had to hire someone to write. So I had to hire someone to write, right? Now I had the whole concept. I had like a rough draft, but I'm not a proofreader or anything, right? So I had to hire the illustrator, and I had to hire a writer and a proofreader. So that was the same person. So I had to pay the illustrator. I want to say I paid her about $800. And then I had to pay my writer and proofreader. I had to pay her probably another $800, right? So once I did that, right, we all worked together to get this project done, right? We all worked together to get this project done, all right? Then I had to get the ISBN number so I can own my own rights. And you can go to Bowkers. You get 10 of those for about $300. And the reason that you get about 10 of those, because what if I want this to be hardcover one day? What if I want this to be spiral? What if I want to turn this into a coloring book? What if I want to turn this into a workbook? So you want to have those ISBN numbers just in case you want to scale and you want to, evolve and, have your book in different formats, right? I think that's what, people should get. Then I had to hire someone that knows about publishing books, right? Being that I already have 5 books on Amazon, 3 of them are ebooks. So I never really published a physical book until 2023. I've been writing books since 2017, right? Ebooks. I got ebooks on how to make money online. I got ebooks on how to drop ship. I got ebooks on how I made my first 6 figures online. So I never had a physical book. So I had to pay the publisher, the girl that knew how to do it, because that's what she does. I had to pay her another like $600-700. Okay, so $1,600, $2,000, maybe $2,000 already, right? And that book is not even published yet, right? So I've spent about $2,000. Now, after it got done, everything, you got to have a marketing plan, right? How do you plan on marketing your book? How do you plan on, selling your book? How do you plan on getting your book into thousands of people's hands? So that's another thing you have to do, right? So being that I'm in marketing, I already knew about marketing. I already, my book is in Black Enterprise. My book is on Black News. It's in Yahoo, Market Watch, Bloomberg, so many, right? I'm on different podcasts. Like, you got to set up your marketing plan, right? And that's going to cost money too, because I had to pay, for the Yahoo, I had to pay, you had to pay for stuff, right? In order to get your business. It is a business. Your book is your business, right? To be able to pay it. So your book is your business, and any business you have to know marketing, you have to understand marketing, right? So for me, again, I did podcasts, I did articles. My goal now is to get on Good Morning America. My goal now is to get on the Today Show, Angela Yee Show, The Breakfast Club, so that I can continue to promote my book. Fun fact about me, I always wanted to be a math teacher. I couldn't pass the teacher's exam. Come to find out that the test in New York State was biased to Black and brown people. I know people personally that sued for $100,000, $200,000 and they won. But it was still in my heart to teach. I teach math. So I became what is called a DOE vendor, and I became MWBE certified. So now I'm able to go into cities. I'm able to go into the state schools, city schools, federal schools, federal contracts, and teach financial literacy. Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. Fuck looking rich and dying broke. Okay? Financial literacy, our only hope, and we have to start with the children. Too many people are broke. Too many people live in check to check. Too many people got $2 in the bank account. Too many people are over their head in debt. So if we can start with the children, that's my mission. If we can start with the children, right, and instilling some basic knowledge of financial literacy in the children, we can have more millionaires and we can have more people financially free, right? And I also got buttons, right? So now all the kids get buttons, and when people buy the book from me, I give them a button so they can put it on their bag or whatever. All of this is marketing. All of this is marketing. I have banners, I have tablecloths, I plan on getting wristbands, for the kids. I mean, you got to do literally a whole thing, right? So now, once the book is published, I use something called IngramSpark to self-publish. IngramSpark. It's free. You self-publish there, and they distribute your book to over 40,000 different outlets. Walmart, Target, Amazon, Goodreads, anywhere books are sold, they will distribute it. Okay. Now they only charge you to print. So my book is fairly thick for a children's book. So it's about 72 pages. So they charge me, I want to say about $9, $7 to $9 to print the book. And I go and sell it for $20. So I make about $10 on the book. Now, if I would have did it on Amazon, and I would have just did everything on Amazon, right? Amazon would have gave me an ISBN number. So that means Amazon owns the rights to my book. I would not be able to go sell it on Walmart, eBay, everywhere, right? But you'll be able to get it cheaper, right? And you can be able to make more money, because on Amazon, you can print author copies. Okay, you can print author copies, but the ISBN number won't be in the back, right? And you can actually get it cheaper, probably like $2 cheaper, and then you can sell it for your $20, so you can make more money offline. But you can't sell it on Walmart, you can't sell it on your website, you can't sell it on eBay. You don't own the rights. Amazon would own all the rights. That's why I didn't go through Amazon, because this is my legacy. I don't want Amazon taking my legacy, okay? But this book is on Amazon because IngramSpark, my self-publisher, they distribute to Amazon. So every time that I sell a book on Amazon, right, because I think it's $16.50 on Amazon, and Amazon prices it. Although you price it, Amazon prices it to try to be competitive with other books in that genre or in that category. So right now the book is like $16.99 on Amazon. So from my book that's selling for $16.99 right now on Amazon, I think I get $5. Okay, I get $5 for everybody that buys a book on Amazon from selling it for $16.99. So Amazon takes bulk of the money. I mean, of course, it's, they got to publish it. They do print on demand, things of that nature, right? And I wanted to own the rights. So that's why I self-published. Most people think they're self-publishing on Amazon, but you don't own your rights. Amazon gives you an ISBN number. Once you buy your ISBN number, that's your rights, and that's considered to be copyrighted to you. You own that number. That's like your social. You own your social. Okay? So for people that's asking, should I just do it on Amazon? If you want Amazon to have the rights to your stuff, then let Amazon have the rights to your stuff. If you want to have the rights to your stuff, you need to self-publish, but it is going to cost. Right? Same thing even with Amazon. Publishing on Amazon, it will cost you. Right? It will cost you, but Amazon is the only place that your book will be sold and can be sold. Now, you can print the author copies and you can sell it at pop-up shops and things of that nature. But if you try to sell it on Walmart, you try to sell it anywhere else, eBay, wherever, your own website, Amazon can literally remove your book from their website because they own the rights. So self-publishing is the way to go. Now there's other publishing companies where you can pay them $10,000 and, they buy your book and, all that other stuff. But this is my legacy. It's my legacy. Nobody has a book like this. Nobody has a book with my vision. Nobody has a book with our black and brown children throughout the whole book. Nobody. Okay, nobody. body. Okay, so this is my goal. My goal is to get the books. If you guys are watching this and you in the school, you're a school teacher, make sure you purchase one. You can get a signed copy on my website, or you can go to Amazon and get it to your kids, teach your kids, start reading the book to your children. And what I love about my book is that we're teaching the children the basics of money, the basics of wealth, the basics of giving, the basics of self-love, the basics of investing, the things we should have learned about in school. Money's power. And if you have money, you're powerful. If you don't have money, you're powerless, right? So I'm a self-publisher, so that book is published. I also have a workbook that I publish through Amazon. I have an Amazon book for the parents that I publish through Amazon. And then my 2 ebooks is published through Amazon. My ABCs of Wealth Building is also in Spanish, which I self-published through IngramSpark. So don't get overwhelmed. Don't get crazy about it. Just go through IngramSpark and self-publish. I told you I spent maybe about $2,000. I hired a publisher, I hired illustrator, I hired editor, and a writer. If this is your legacy, the budget don't matter. And if you need money, I help people get money. I help people get up to $250,000 in 1 year to be able to fund their business, right? So here's what I've learned. In business. You leverage your personal credit. So if you got a 680, 690, 700, right? I can help you get $50,000 to $100,000 your first 6 months, right? You leverage, right? You leverage your personal credit so that you can go start your business, so that you can go make money. Not start a business to make money and keep struggling. No, you leverage your personal credit. That means you get your credit together. You get your credit in order. Then you access fund. I got the whole system in place for you. So I'm the one-stop shop. Right? You leverage that. Then you get some money. Now you go start your business. Now you go buy whatever. Go pay for whatever. Then you go launch your business, scale your business, and now you go make money. And now you can pay your lines of credit and all that, credit cards and stuff back. That's how it works, friends. The rich get richer because they have the knowledge. The poor stay poor because they refuse to get the knowledge. So make sure you guys follow me everywhere at Coach Tanisha Marie. Hopefully this video was able to help you. If you're interested in getting some money for your business, I have a free webinar. You guys can click the link below. And I'll see you guys in internet land. Peace.